Welcome to the Truth Unplugged, seen through the eyes of mine.
And this is the first episode of a series of episodes being given out there every last Thursday of every month for the whole of 2025. And I am inviting you, and I am asking you to be open to listen if you want to. Allow yourselves to think if you are willing to, and go out there in the world to check things out for yourselves. You see, very few things in life are for real. The fact that I am here and now alive is real. The fact that my life is a one-way road towards death is also real, unless history proves otherwise. And pain. Oh yes, pain, which is the only emotion that can deeply sculpture, reform, or reshape a whole human being. It can break you to the bone and turn you out into a completely different person. Now, whether this new person of yours will be working things out in your favor or not, will be entirely up to the way you will choose to experience your life from then on. And that will be your new reality. Everything else is an idea. It is a perception. It is an opinion. It is a structured belief derived from someone else's mind or from a collection of minds that create those beliefs, that create those lifestyles, this common way of thinking, this common way of being, and the conditions. I am sure you know what I am talking about. It seems like most of us happen to be suffering from one or many conditions like anxiety, overanalyzing, overthinking, ADHD, depression. We deal with narcissists. We deal with toxic situations. And it gives us so much comfort to analyze all this. We judge. We label. Instead of shutting our mouth up and confronting, dealing, or even seeking therapy for the actual cause of them. By now, I am sure you're wondering, who on earth am I? Well, if you resonate with anything you hear tonight, stick around until the end. I'm going to tell you exactly who I am, what I do, and why I do what I do. Not that it matters really, but for some, it could. And since this is the Truth Unplugged, I ought to give it to you. Talking about the truth, I must warn you, I haven't found a very nice way to speak the truth. It is harsh. It is brutal. But it is the closest you can get to the reality I see. And I don't do this because I want to be honest. No. Honesty has nothing to do with the truth. The truth is transparency. It helps you see clearly straight through it. You can choose to see, you can pretend not to, but no one can deny it, because the truth is the perfect alignment between beliefs and the actual conditions based on facts. Shall I repeat that? The truth is transparency. It is the perfect alignment between beliefs and the actual conditions based on facts. In other words, the question is the life you live for real, or is it what you think it is? Or even worse, is it what others believe it should be? Belief is a very strong word. It has no room or space for any doubt or any questions. And this is the reason why I am asking you, before you believe in anything, make sure you've got a good enough of a reason to check the facts for its existence. And please do not confuse this with faith. You gotta have faith to believe in the impossible. I'm giving you the only possible, what it is possible to happen, whether this is good or bad. If there is anything I believe in, which is the only thing I believe in this world, is the ability beyond any doubt of a human being to go through, overcome, in many cases, not all, but definitely deal with anything that comes along his or her life. Because I see and I know that it is possible to happen, and I have proof for it. Therefore, I believe in it. Because you see, humans will always act as humans, and we all go around in this world either breaking one another or making one another. By the way, this is not my words. I borrowed them. Do you want to know what else is real? The life you live, and all of its outcomes, whether you choose to see them for what they are or not, it's still happening. The experience you've got is a collection of decisions made for you without you, or made by you with or without you. A series of choices create what you live today. And no matter who is to blame, this is what you've got. You can choose to see it, you can deal with it, you can face it, you can pretend it's not happening. Nevertheless, it's your own responsibility, and you ought to own it. Because if you don't, then you become a burden on someone else's back. And what a pity that would be. And what a waste of a life, too. Because what else can you do if you don't fight for the real you? How? Well, you gotta first mentally grasp how you view yourself in this world and the world around you. Do you pay attention to what is happening inside of you while you're observing the outside of you and the world around you? You see these two little holes that we call eyeballs and these two little holes that we call ears are the first thing that exposes us to the world as soon as we open our eyes to the day. And what we see and what we hear, our brain perceives it as reality because it doesn't have the time to comprehend, understand, or translate the image to see if it is real or not. And then we act again as humans. We copy others, we follow others, we feel ashamed if we don't do. Haven't you noticed? Most people never say what they think. They never do what they say they would, and especially, they never act in the way they should or wanted to. And here the question arises, how do I do what I should do? Well, you gotta know that freedom derives from resistance and constant control and critical thinking and self-regulation. Freedom derives from resistance to human nature, to copy others when we are in doubt, or to go back to what we know when we are in fear of the unknown. And we are all connected, we all understand, we all know, and yet very few stand their ground and their truth, because it is a daring act. It requires from you to become the hero of your life and go through hell, or else forever close your eyes to the reality. And it is not hard to stand your truth. It is a much better way rather than waking up in a day or a life that you dislike. And it's fun to be stupid sometimes. It pushes you towards a better life. It makes you the hero of your life, and you embrace your achievements. Until the next challenge, that is. If you're looking for evidence to see that the world is a nasty place and everyone is against you and you're a victim of circumstances, you can find the evidence in everywhere you look at. What you seek, you find. And there is the other side of the story you haven't met just yet. We are all able and capable of doing bad or good when the foundations flourish. Therefore, we have to learn to search for what we're looking for. And what we seek, that we will find. If you've made it this far, I'm gonna tell you exactly who I am. For all those of you who couldn't care less, I'm gonna leave you with the following question. If you could do anything, what would that be? And why haven't you got there just yet? In the next episode, we'll be going through possible reasons why and ways to overcome what is stopping you. For the rest, I carry myself in this life by the name of Emilia. And in Greek, it's Emilia. I conduct myself in such a way so that I prove to me and to the people around me that when you've got the proper attitude towards anything that happens in your life, you experience more effective outcomes in the long run. I do not wish to change the world. I had to find a way, though, to navigate through life by understanding humans and vision and behavior. I have a bachelor's degree in optometry and visual science. I have a master's degree in psychology, a diploma in modern applied psychology. I study behavioral science and I will continue doing it until I drop dead. I help people see clearer through the prescriptions I prescribe for their eyesight. And I help them think clearer through the development sessions I provide. Why do I do what I do? Because I'll die otherwise. And when I die, I will die with a smile. Because I have lived an interesting life. See you in the next one.